All right, let's get into it, Gemini. Well, definitely I'm seeing something about a partnership because I have the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. I think Spirit is trying to line you up with a good match in love, with career, in life, all parts of life. But you're listening to your intuition, so you're not 100% sure. We don't usually check in with our intuition. Our intuition doesn't really get tickled unless we're questioning what's right in front of us. You guys are the Sherlock Holmes of the zodiac. You always have questions. Intuition is kicking in because you're not 100% trusting what you see. And I know that's true because the moon is here. And yet you are building and learning with someone here. King of Wands, this person may be a fire sign or a grand visionary. Pisces energy really coming out strongly too. Be careful, High Priestess and the moon, Cancerian energy, but a lot of Neptune energy, a lot of Piscean energy. Watch out for falling into fantasy, illusion, or delusion. Things are not entirely as they seem if you're confused about your emotions. Like confusion, the state of confusion is a valid emotion. So I see that there is some confusion, but there's movement in a relationship. What came out of the Wisdom of the House of the Night Oracle deck for you at this time is movement, complicated, and listening. Self-worth is at the bottom of the deck. Know your own self-worth at this time. What are you worth? Don't just make something fit for yourself and then end up... Some of you have been in relationships in the past or even recently where you didn't know your own self-worth and you just made it work with a person and it didn't make you feel good about yourself. You deserve way more than that, Gemini. Or perhaps the person in your energy struggles with their self-worth. But something is kind of complicated right now. I'm hearing unconventional and not traditional. Like when people say, so are you dating? You're like, it's complicated. Like our relationship is complicated and you seem to be listening. Listening for facts, you guys are like, phenomenal communicators. Geminis talk a lot, but they're curious. You guys are curious people and you listen for facts. So you're listening despite the complication, and despite the complication, there is movement. Self-worth needs to be kept in check though. Your advice from Spirit, I did advice for you, I did advice for this person, and your guides asked me to do advice for both of you as a couple if you want the relationship to succeed. Yeah, that doesn't happen to me often, but they asked me to. You're being asked to surrender your attachment to results at this time. The formula for success is to do all you can to make things happen and then let go of the results. Holding on tightly to a desired outcome can sabotage it. And I feel like this is about more than just love for you, Gemini. Spirit's kind of saying to you, do everything you can to make something go the way you want and to make it happen, but they're asking you to release your strong holding on too tight attachment to a result. If you do that, you won't get the outcome you want at all. You could even sabotage it. I get the sense that Spirit's telling you right now, in a lot of parts of your life, you can be successful and happy, but you're not going to get everything you want in a situation. You won't get the cherry on top, but you'll get something sustaining. Watch out for being too attached to the results at this time. Yeah, very much so. So overall energy of the person coming towards you is the Six of Swords. The way they're feeling about you is the Four of Wands. Oh, stability, setting up shop. This person's kind of at the land in between. You're being seen as the fool. I think someone's really ready to take a leap of faith and maybe take a relationship to the next level, because Four of Wands is we've gotten to know each other. Now we can build a foundation. What you need to know is the Three of Pentacles. The two of you could really work together here, and then the final outcome is the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so I do see movement and progress, but it is a little slow going. Someone may be taking their time, dragging their feet. You may also feel like you're going in circles a little bit. Someone may be struggling to step outside of a comfort zone. Watch for being persnickety or a perfectionist. Sometimes the Knight of Pentacles can be a little nitpicky with itself or with other people. I'm also hearing someone's a little stubborn and not super lovey-dovey, but I see some progress here. So The person in your energy, I didn't get a court card, I got the Six of Swords. Well, the two of you look like you're flying high together. This is the Steampunk Tarot. That's what they asked me to use. It's sort of the land in between. Clarifying this is the Knight of Wands, Death, and the Two of Wands. All right, let me cut to the chase a little bit. I can see that a person does see stability with you and kind of, I think, wants to take a leap of faith with you and really make a go of this. But I'm also getting the sense that someone's player ways and player days and wild rebellious days may be coming to an end. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. Transformation and change for them as people is dramatic. And it's either the Tower and it's really fast, or it's Plutonian, Pluto energy, and it's slow and almost subtle and subconscious. And I say that because we've got this Knight of Wands. He's passionate, he's excited, he runs all around, gets laid, travels the world. He goes on a quest that's very passionate and exciting and rebellious. But then with Death, Scorpio, something is ending and changing for this person. Two of Wands, they're slowing down. Oh, I see a path here. The Two of Wands in relationship is about magnetic attraction. I like you, you like me, let's see where it goes. This person is sort of going through a rite of passage and change. The way they feel about you is the Four of Wands, and they are slowing down. I was like, okay, I see. Then we get into this Knight of Pentacles energy. Four of Wands. So this person may also think about like ending something they were doing and settling down and setting up shop with you. This person could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. For some of you, I'm sensing it's your children, one of your children. And I've been hearing that a lot for you guys, and I think Cancer as well. Lots of kid messages coming through, like older teens, young adults that are still at home. So keep an open mind. If kids are involved, these knights may be younger people, or just someone that kind of acts like a kid. But Four of Wands, stability with you, maybe even moving in with you. The Knight of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and the Nine of Cups. Okay, well, you make this person happy. And they also think that you're very smart. You also seem to want answers at this point. Knight of Pentacles, earth sign. For some of you, you have an adult or almost adult child that can't decide if he wants to live with mom or dad. He may think you drink too much. Of course, sorry, I don't mean to trigger anybody. That's only going to be true for a few of you. It's very specific. But I also think he's very happy with you. If it's an adult and this is romantic, this person kind of wants to slow down because they were the Knight of Wands, but now they're slowing down and changing into something more predictable. Queen of Swords, you're fun. You make them laugh, you make them happy, you have a good time. Let's settle down a bit. Settle down. Four of Wands, let's create a foundation and build upon it. Claire, and then we've got the Fool. They see you as the Fool. Some of you, the Fool is Aries, but the Fool is any lighthearted sign for me, and you guys are definitely lighthearted. Yes, you have this mercurial side, but you also have this sweet, silly, fun, lighthearted side. They may see you as a person they want to start a new adventure or a new journey with. They may see you as someone that's taking a leap of faith into a new journey in your own way, in your own life. They think they could be a part of this with you, maybe. He does look to be calling back to like, hey, come on, are you coming? Let's go, man. Clarifying this, though, is the Seven of Swords, the King of Swords, and the Two of Cups. You could be dealing with another air sign like yourself, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but I have a lot of Virgo and Capricorn traits here, and I have Scorpionic traits as well. I see that the two of you are going to have a heart-to-heart conversation, but this King of Swords, Seven of Swords person, again, for some of you, this is an ex that you share custody of your kids with. One of your kids may be going back and forth and talking to him. Can't decide where they want to live either with mom or dad. For those of you that does not at all apply, I think that you're dealing with a person. Can you have good communication with them with the Two of Cups? Yes, you can. You really can. And they're also very smart, but they are kind of pragmatic and detached. And I think they kind of lure you into conversations. I think that conversations of emotion have been expressed, but you probably don't feel like you're getting the whole truth. I'm also hearing that this person kind of dangles carrots and is a little passive aggressive in communication, and they sort of seem to hide their motives. There seems to be a level of distrust. He either doesn't trust you completely or you don't trust him. But you're going to go for it? Okay. Here's what you need to know, though. 3 of Pentacles, building, learning, and growing. Clarifying, this is the Queen of Pentacles, the 10 of Pentacles, and the 6 of Wands. Gemini, this relationship could be very lucrative for you in some way. This could be an earth sign in your life that you do business with as well. This could be a business partnership that goes very well. You may have some kind of a win or success financially at the end of the month. Some of you are going to put a house on the market or sign a deal for a job. For straight up relationship, this person may see you as being a very grounded, practical, serious person they can have a long-term commitment with and be very successful. Like this could actually go to marriage in some way. For some of you, maybe in 3 years' time with the 3 of Pentacles. But the final outcome is the Knight of Pentacles. So is there productive movement? Yes. Knight of Pentacles is a relatively trustworthy knight too. What you see is what you get. There's really nothing up my sleeve. But he's not going to go on the crazy adventure that the Knight of Wands is. It's a little bit slower. And I do think that this is predictable to a degree. And I think that this may give you some hope that there could be a lot of stability in this relationship. You know, Queen of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. But there's something not quite right here. Clarifying the Knight of Pentacles is the 5 of Swords, Knight of Cups flipped into the reverse. There's definitely a lot of movement. I have 4 knights on the table. Knight of Cups in the reverse and the Moon. Why do I get the feeling that this person's making you mad and hurting your feelings? I get the sense that this person does not pour it on emotionally or romantically quite the way you want them to. Also, be careful with the Knight of Cups in the upright or in the reverse attached to the Moon. It comes with a bit of a red flag. Idealization, living in a fantasy, overly romanticizing something. Be careful of that. But the first message I heard was, this person's a little slow out of the gate. They piss you off because they don't express love to you the way you'd like them to. I also hear that some of you take a more grounded, practical approach. Some of you have like Earth in a close planet, and you really don't want someone to be dreamy, emotionally manipulative with you. You don't want to live in a fantasy. I'm hearing that quite a bit. So a person in your energy needs to surrender to something. Surrender your fear of intimacy. Yeah, Mr. King of Swords. King and Queen of Swords. I think that the both of you have been through some shit and you compartmentalize your feelings. Totally. Like you'll talk, but you struggle to open up with one another. This person needs to surrender to a fear of intimacy. You need to surrender to attachments to results. Don't hold on too tightly to an absolute finite outcome. Stay on the journey. It's not about the destination at this point in the relationship. It's about the journey. So I think you needed to hear to a degree that it could go all the way with this person, but you're not supposed to focus on the marriage and the money and being in that kind of relationship. You're supposed to stay in the moment, in the process, because this person has a problem with intimacy. You're ready to let love in, compassionately identify, and begin to release any patterns that stop you from opening your heart. Yeah, this one of you, King or Queen of Swords, someone struggles with true intimacy and being compassionate with themselves. There's old patterns and stuff that they need to release so that they can completely open up their heart chakra. This is a struggle for them with death here. It's slow for them. It's like they know they're supposed to be with you, but there's this breakdown in communication between the two of you for sure. And I'm hoping this Queen of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, Six of Wands isn't like the person that they're married to. If they're married to that another person, Gemini, they're going to keep working on that marriage because they have to save face for the public eye. Just know that, okay? Just know that. Some people will do that. And not all of you are having affairs, but some of you. Lenormand Oracle to represent this person. Interesting. This hasn't happened to me with this deck before. They show up as the older, more mature man and the younger man. There are two sides to this person. There is a part of them that is very mature and wants a serious relationship. There is also a part of this person that is somewhat immature and idealistic and dreamy. This person may also like to have a same-sex relationship. They may have their eyes on a younger man at this time. This person might also be bi, not just with women, but with guys. If that doesn't resonate, just know that there is a less mature side of them that's idealistic and clings to youth and beautiful things and creative things and romantic, charming things, but there's also a side of them that is more mature. Some of you are never really sure which version of them you're going to get. And their overall energy towards you is the Page of Cups. At this time, they're ready to open up and explore. The Ace of Swords, they do know what they want. I know you love the sword because you're an air sign. The Magician, they can manifest something here. They're looking at their own powers. Like, it's like, okay, I know that moving towards Gemini is correct. I am going to make a decision. I am going to open up to him or her, and we're going to explore something here. But then the Four of Swords. I wanted to know why the Four of Swords is here, because that's not any action. He's looking at his own powers. He knows the truth and what he or she wants, but then he doesn't do anything. Why isn't he not doing anything? And I clarified it with 3 cards, 9 of Cups, Temperance, and the 4 of Pentacles. Okay. Well, Gemini, I think you're dealing with a person that does want to take their time. They have all the power and the answer here and ready for a breakthrough and ready to open up and explore something emotionally with you with the Page of Cups. But this person may take you for granted a little bit. This person may also have somewhat of a lazy side. This person is resisting to a degree. They hold back, they hold on. Oh, that or there's a Sagittarius that has a hold over them. Or they have Sag in their chart. They're being calm. They're determining the purpose. They're holding back. They're pretty fat, happy, and satisfied right where they are. And they don't want to put a lot of work in. This person takes the path of least resistance. This person has a tendency to take you and other things for granted. This person also has a bit of a detached side. This person struggles with communication. Sometimes they're passive aggressive and they like to play little games, especially because the Magician is here. But I'm always saying about Geminis, you can't out-magician the Magician because you're the Magician too. The Magician for me is Aries, Virgo, or Gemini. So I don't know what kind of little game they think they're playing. There could be 2 different people here for you as well. If you're married, they're saying work on your marriage and there's stability there. But this person's kind of just holding back just because they can. So I'm seeing like a slow approach. They struggle with intimacy. Your Lenormand is the clouds, but also the sun. Some of you have Leo in your chart. Heart of a Lion. Well, I think you're very optimistic, and I think that you are slowly coming to a place of clarity, but there is still quite a bit of confusion for you. The clouds can either mean a storm is brewing, or that brighter days and clarity are ahead. You are representing clarity here and happiness. So I think that you feel as though you're trying to have a breakthrough and see more clearly, but there's still something about all of this that confuses you. And someone may feel stuck and not able to step outside of a comfort zone. It's ticking the other person off. And I kind of think it's you, because I feel like you're trying to bring clarity to a situation that there's been some emotional confusion and a little bit of dishonesty, or maybe games or manipulation. The chase. I'm hearing a little bit of the chase. I feel like you're sort of pragmatically discussing where the relationship could go, and you aren't seeing the emotion that you want. Here's why I think that. because your cards are the Queen of Cups. Oh, there's a heart under that sword after all there, Missy. Very emotional. The Queen of, either that or you're all worried about a water sign in his life. Don't do third-party shit and you won't have to worry about her. Just saying. But I feel like you're really emotional. You have a big cup of love that you would like to give this person. You're all wrapped up in your head. You're worried about stuff. You're listening to your intuition. 5 of Cups. You're disappointed by what your intuition is telling you. It's like you really want to love this person, but you struggle to see something. You struggle to get out of your head about something. You're definitely facing the beliefs you have about yourself that limit you. You're being quiet and you're sad. Like there's something bugging you. This isn't going the way entirely that you wanted it to, but you're struggling to open up and tell that person that. I wanted to know what the 5 of Cups was, and I got the King of Swords, the Page of Swords, and the 2 of Cups. Yeah, it's like you're talking, but you still need more, and he's not opening up. Masculine isn't opening up to the feminine the way she wants him to. That's why she's mad with the 5 of Swords. I get that, like, you want the feminine is showing up as the Queen of Cups and the 5 of Cups. She's disappointed. He's over here all 9 of Cups. Not me. I'm getting exactly what I want. You're not getting what you want. I think this person may be taking you for granted a little bit, Gemini. And I think that you want communication to go better. I think that the truth is you're very emotional about this, but this High Priestess isn't saying so. I think there are things about this guy that you struggle to admit to yourself. And that these things need to be worked through between the two of you. I think you know he's afraid of intimacy, emotional intimacy. It's like you guys are talking, but you're still emotional and confused. I think you want him to match your Queen of Cups energy. That's something that definitely needs to be talked out between the two of you. And I said, what do they both need? What does this relationship need? Because you're well matched in some ways. You may be mirroring each other too. Surrender outdated beliefs of yourself, surrender to receiving support and love, and surrender to trust. This is mutual advice to the both of you. You both believe things about yourself that are outdated beliefs. Let go of limiting ideas about yourself that originate from the past. Then you can own your power and soar into your life. You believe things about yourselves that might have been true about you 5 years ago or 10 years ago, but that's not supposed to be on your name tag anymore. There are new beliefs you can have about yourself. You both struggle with this. You have these outdated opinions and beliefs about yourself. That's that 8 of Swords. Also, both of you are a little closed off at times. You will not let each other in for support and love and trust. I mean, I've got the King and Queen of Swords. They're really good at solution. They're really good at strategy. But the truth is, you look very emotional and disappointed, and you really want him to open up to you more. You do. The feminine wants the masculine to open up more. He may struggle with that. Allow the love and support of others in rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This can take the pressure off you and simultaneously nurture you. You guys both control freaks? Sorry, I did just say that out loud. I'm a Queen of Swords too. I call it like it is. You won't let other people in to help you. Makes you feel guilty when you ask for help. You're used to handling everything on your own. Maybe in the past that didn't go well. You haven't been able to receive support and love from others, so you just stop asking for it. That's no way to live, man. You know this, Gemini. You know this. You both struggle to ask for support and love, and yet you both really need it. Surrender to trust. Trust yourself and your decisions. Don't be swayed by other people's strong opinions at this time. You're both worried about what other people think too much as well. Take action and be confident that you've chosen the right path. I think you're both overthinking it. I think you're both a little closed off at times, but together you could open up and let real intimacy and love in. This relationship is providing the both of you a chance to let go of stuff about yourselves that just isn't true anymore. We can either keep identifying with old patterns, old trauma. We can put that shit on our name tag and introduce ourselves that way and see ourselves that way, or we can allow ourselves to grow and be intimate and have trust and receive support and love and let go of shit that's just not true. But apparently, everybody needs time. Time, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. And then here's the mask. I see two people that are struggling to be 100% authentic with one another at times. But there could be something here. There really could be something here between the two of you, because Spirit lined the two of you up to be together. King and Queen of Swords is a good match. They want to put an end to player ways and be with you, but they struggle with that, Gemini. Why do I get the sense that some of you are dealing with a guy who just like hasn't had to be the King of Cups in a really long time, like really loving, really giving. You both may have had a history of somewhat dysfunctional relationships, but you have a chance to have a true intimate partnership together. Communication needs to be better and trust needs to be better. You may also need to accept that this is just kind of how he is. And hey, you can be that way sometimes as well. Open up to one another. Really try to open up to one another. They're pulling back and they're telling me to stop. So I feel like this was kind of a tough love reading. And my air signs can usually take it when I'm super direct with you guys. Hopefully that was okay with you. That's just what I heard. Those are the messages I heard. So I hope that these messages resonated and I hope they help. I'm always listening to the universe for you, Gemini. Bye. Take care. I love you guys. I'll see you.